All right. Absolutely beautiful choir. Thank you for sharing that with us. Students, educators, Bulldog family, thank you for joining us today. Welcome to our 7th annual Bauer Beacon Award ceremony. My name is Brooke McMaster. I have the honor of serving as principal at Royse City High School. Today we are remembering and honoring a Bulldog, Mr. Craig Bowers, and his legacy by celebrating students that are a beacon of light in our lives. Mr. Bowers served in education as a teacher, coach, and here at Royse City High School as a principal. There are many of us here in this gym that had the privilege to know and be influenced by Mr. Bowers. Mr. Bowers was caring, consistent, competitive, and always found the very best in every individual. His why was known: faith, family, students, and I'll add that he loved all sports, especially the Rangers. With that said, we may agree that he would love the fact that we are all gathered in the gym to honor him. As we go through life, we are blessed to have people who influence us and make a positive impact in our lives. Mr. Bowers was one of those people for me. He was an assistant principal when I was a teacher and coach here at the high school. He was student-centered, focused on building relationships, and his support of us teachers was evident. He personally helped me by mentoring me when I was beginning to work on my principalship. And here I stand today. I am forever grateful that he believed in me enough to give me the confidence to pursue and realize my dream. So students, I want you to understand the influence of greatness. I want you to know that you are here today because you have made a positive impact. You're a light, your light is bright, and you have changed our lives for the good. At this time, we will watch a short video about Mr. Craig Bowers, namesake of the Bauer Beacon Awards.
The year was 1975. On December 31st, Craig Bowers came into this world. Little did everyone know that over the next 36 years, Craig would make a huge impact on everyone in his life. Born to Elizabeth and Bobby Bowers, his childhood in Greenville, Texas, was filled with many activities and fun times with family.
As a child, Craig was a little daredevil. Craig liked to do everything as fast as he could, as high as he could. He enjoyed sports, all types of sports. He gave 110% in everything he did.
As the baby of the family, I was the little sister. So with my 2 older brothers, Craig and Kevin, they were the funniest people in the entire world to me. They could do anything. He could, it could be a stupid look or, just saying a silly word. And as a kid, I just thought there was nobody funnier than my brothers, and including Craig.
At Greenville High School, Craig participated and excelled in many sports.
In sports, he was on the varsity baseball team. He began as a freshman and lettered every year as a freshman through his senior year, and then that was in baseball. In basketball, Craig lettered his junior and senior year.
After high school, Craig attended Texas A&M University at Commerce, where he majored in history. After graduation, he got a teaching job at his alma mater, Greenville High School, where he also coached boys basketball. Craig married the love of his life, Kim Palmore, in July 1999, and his first child, Caden, was born in July 2003, followed by the birth of Caroline in 2005. Craig passed before the birth of his last child, Maddie, born in October 2012.
That he was a Christ follower. He loved the Lord first and foremost, and I think he would be important to know that he was a great husband, a great dad to his children. He was always involved in their activities and their lives as their coaches and their sports that he loved and that they loved also.
First and foremost, Craig enjoyed being involved in his church, his family, being with his wife and kids. That was probably the most enjoyable thing for him.
His next and final stop was at Royse City High School, where he served as an assistant principal alongside Richard Pence from 2007 until 2012.
What I like about him is he was always upbeat, and so, you know, we had a down-to-earth approach as we encountered problems. And, you know, from like the senior prank where there was chickens and Star Wars music and balls running, he approached all those problems with this kind of this positive energy of understanding kids are kids.
Each year, the Craig Bowers Memorial Basketball Tournament is held at Royse City High School. And in Greenville, they remember Craig with the Monster Ball Golf Tournament, a sport he loved to play.
Craig liked to golf. Craig loved playing golf, and he loved, a typical Saturday for Craig would be, he really enjoyed coaching his kids in sports and watching his kids play sports. But then he was going to try to squeeze in 9 holes afterwards. You could guarantee you that.
He loved sports. He loved watching sports. He loved playing sports. One of my best memories, I would say, was when the Texas Rangers made the World Series those 2 years in a row. That very first year they made it, Craig was like, oh, this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. The Texas Rangers are never going to make the World Series. We got to go.
His life will live on in the lives of all the young people he touched as a teacher, principal, and youth minister.
Everybody thought Craig was their best friend. Like everybody, it didn't matter what role of life they were, where they came from, who they were, it did not matter. Everybody thought Craig was their best friend because that's how he made them feel. He just made everybody feel like they were just as important as the next person, and I loved that about him.
Just to be a good guy, just to take care of people, just to care about people. I know I kind of go back to that, but he cared about you, and you knew it, whether it was a kid, his kids, our kids, the kids at school, the teachers, other people. I mean, he was just a good guy, just inspire you to do better.
She comes up to me and she says, you don't know who I am, but your husband was my 11th grade English teacher in the high school, at Greenville High School. And I mean, he probably taught her maybe 15 years ago, and it's been a while since he taught there. And she said, I'm going to school to be a teacher right now, and he's the reason why I'm going. So he inspired lots of people.
He would definitely encourage his kids to treat each other as they would want to be treated.
Craig will be remembered as someone that daily would shine his light and his love. He is honored as the namesake of the Bowers Beacon Awards.
Proud to have his name on this award. I think this award is about, being that beacon of light, in a dark and ugly world. In school, there's just so much bullying and hatred and competitiveness and, just things like that going on in school these days. And these kids who got this award are kids who inspired their teacher with something.
He lived more in his 36 years and touched more lives in his 36 years than many people do in a full lifetime. And so while it seems like his life was cut short, he packed a lot of life in those 36 years.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Carlos Solis, and I am the Delta House Principal here at Royse City High School. It is an honor to be able to speak to you today. This is my 3rd year to be a part of the Beacon Awards, and each year I have gained a better understanding of what this award really means to both the educators and the students. As educators, we are the ones who try to inspire the young people that walk our halls and sit in our classrooms every single day. But there are students that we get to know that actually inspire us. We get to know them and their stories. We share their triumphs and their obstacles with them. It becomes more than just teaching a subject area to them, it's teaching them life. These are the students that we are honoring today. These young adults who sit before us have made an impact on the educator who nominated them. So we are glad to honor them. I have chosen Wyatt Both as my beacon this year. Wyatt has shown to be a self-motivated individual that not only excels academically, but looks to challenge himself outside of the school as well. He looks for opportunities to take leadership roles. For example, he attended the Boys State Conference last year and represented Royse City very proudly. Wyatt is involved in many school activities and ranked number 4 in his senior class. Wyatt is that student that may sometimes fly under the radar and go unnoticed because he does everything he is supposed to do every single day. He is here every day, he makes excellent grades, he does not get in trouble, and represents what a Royse City Bulldog should be. Wyatt, I thank you for inspiring me. I thank you for being yourself in every circumstance that's presented to you. I wish you all the best in whatever lies ahead for you, so thank you. Wyatt Both.
Good afternoon. To me, being a beacon means being somebody that people see as a high character individual. They are the kids who always try to make people's days brighter by just being themselves. Beacons are also kids who are extremely passionate and driven. They work every day to achieve their goals and overcome obstacles. They respect everyone, no matter who they are. Honestly, beacons are a representation of the teachers who nominated them. I am extremely honored that Mr. Solis has chosen me, and I hope that I am a good representation of the values that he shows every day. Mr. Solis has been an incredible and extremely inspirational person to many people around the school. He works incredibly hard to try and make every interaction with students as positive as he can. When he came to the school my sophomore year, he immediately had an impact on the school, but especially on me. The first time I met him, he interacted with me like I had known him for years. And the energy he had was extremely radiant. And when we went about our days, I had noticed I felt more positive and that my day had become even brighter. And every interaction that I have had with him feels heartfelt. Every single conversation feels like a concerted effort to get to know me, but also to have a positive impact on my day. He also tries to bring knowledge to the students and teach them life lessons that will help them out in the future. He has done things like establishing Men of Honor, a club that meets on Wednesday mornings and covers topics that every man should know. For example, how to tie a tie, or how to be a gentleman. Things that sound like they should be common knowledge, but unfortunately aren't taught in schools. But it isn't just clubs that he runs that really influence me, but rather the fact that he cares enough about students and that they are taught these incredibly important life lessons. Thank you, Mr. Solis, for making a difference every day to everyone.
My name is Candace Lawrence, and I'm the annual engineering teacher. All of the educators in this room know teaching is the hardest job we'll ever love to do. Coming in on the second week of January, taking a teacher's place that was well loved by all who knew her is a hard act to follow. I was more nervous on the first day than I was in my entire career. With a little over 2 decades of teaching under my belt, that's saying a lot. You know, that I was nervous nervous, not that I was little. I started on a Thursday. Who starts teaching on a Thursday in the middle of the school year? That would be me. The odds were already against me about being successful. When I was in the hall to greet the students, Daniel said, "Good morning, Miss." Let me just say, Daniel was the only student that day that spoke to me at all. This was my first clue of the type of person that he truly is. I had Daniel early in the morning, and some of the students in my class in that class, they're a little bit challenging. After I introduced myself, the students started to get settled, and Daniel said, "Miss, how's your day going? Do you like Royse City?" He asked a lot of questions and was very inquisitive and very polite. Before he left class that day, he told me, "Miss, welcome to Royse City." The next day came, and he asked about my day again, and he's asked every day since we first met. See, Daniel is the type of person that will make sure everyone around him is doing okay before he takes care of himself. If anyone needs help, Daniel is there. If someone is having a bad day, Daniel will smile and say something nice or tell a story to help you remember that there is good in the world. I remember my high school art teacher telling me, "Your character is based upon what you do when you think people aren't looking." Daniel exuberates someone with an excellent character. When I'm across the room with other students, I can glance back and know Daniel's working hard at anything he does. He jumps in with feet first and is committed to achieve the goals that set forth for him. However, most importantly, he works extremely hard to achieve his goals he sets for himself. If he doesn't know how to do something, he will find the answer. If he can't solve a problem, he will seek to find the solution. These are characteristics of someone who I know will be successful in life. Daniel's going to attend the Universal Technical Institute, UTI, an automotive trade school that has partnerships with Ford, Mercedes, and BMW. I know he will work hard and achieve his goals in no time at all. Daniel, I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of how hard you work, how much heart you put into everything you do, and the goals and aspirations you have set for yourself. I know you will go far and do great things, and I'm excited to see how you will make this world a better place. We didn't get to spend the entire year together, and I don't want to see you go. However, I know you are destined for greatness in anything you do. Thank you, Daniel, for keeping me grounded, showing me what it means to be an exemplary person at Royse City High School, and thank you for being my why. When someone asks me, "Why did you go back into education?" I see Daniel. He is my why. Ladies and gentlemen, let me please introduce Daniel Keelman.
My name is Daniel Keelman, and thank you for this time. First off, I'd like to thank the Lord for bringing us here, giving us energy, and giving us strength to give the speech and do it correctly without messing up too bad. Hold on, give me a second. For our speech, where do we begin? Okay. Yeah, so today I want to speak from the heart and be honest now on how much I appreciate this award. It's actually something I've always actually wanted. The only thing is that I had no clue how to get it. When Miss Owens first arrived, I told her how I wanted her to feel welcome as much as possible and feel appreciated. So I rushed to introduce myself. When I heard her speak, it was so soft I could barely hear her, but her smile was unmissable. As the weeks passed, I began to notice her efforts and her personality every day. As I walk into her room for my third period, she greets me as if it was her first day. Yeah, sometimes our class, it's a bit, something. And I try to think of it. She tries her best. Sometimes we get our class can get out of hand, and even it's earned a rep. I don't know about subs. It's earned the reputation of being one of the most unteachable classes. But Miss Lawrence over here, she's done her best, and she's managed to
class to keep it under control and do her best to, you know, be able to control these kids that are, being crazy. But yeah, Miss Norris, she can handle us and still put on a smile to teach class every day. And it's just, it just comes to show her true passion and dedication to see us grow and be in harmony. Some days don't go as we like, we all have a bad day when we wake up, we all feel kind of weird. You just don't want to go to work or you don't want to go to school or anything like that. But Miss, when she comes into class, she always has a big smile on her face. And even though the kids are being a bit loud, she still manages to put us all in our place and get us to work. What I'd like to get to is that I have observed how Miss handles those days. She stays collected and composed in her state of work, even though things seem like they might get out of control. The first thing you will notice is that she won't stop smiling. Her enthusiasm gives off a positive vibe to the environment, and it always makes us feel welcome and like we are going to learn something new that day. Like today we were working on our circuit boards. My light, we were supposed to make a little light bulb turn on. I think I might have shorted mine, so it didn't turn on. But she was there helping me even though I didn't know how to do it, and she still didn't give up even though mine was kind of wrong. But yeah, she's still trying her best. Yeah, she's not going to turn you away if you're super behind on work. That's one thing I love about Miss Lawrence. If you're behind and you have Miss, she's going to help you out and she's going to give you the chance to catch up. And I know my grades aren't the best, but she still carries and lets me turn in stuff when I'm way behind on class due. And I really appreciate Miss so much for that. And that's one thing that I'm really appreciative of her. She's willing to work with you, and to see you grow as a student and an individual. Having a new engineering mentor step in half of the way the year was a bit different to get used to, but all things happen for a reason. And I know our old mentor, she stepped away, and we were teacherless for about, I'm not sure, it was like about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. And as soon as she came into class, she started adjusting everything, rearranging. I was like, oh, where's my seat going in? And I knew she had like that motherly sense. Like she wants to fix your stuff and make it look nice, even though it's all disorganized when you're not looking and stuff. And I was like, wow, she's moving my stuff. But yeah, I knew she was gonna be a great teacher just by organizing everything. And I'm just so appreciative of that. I'm sorry for that. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't easy to get used to, but we all felt a bit uncomfortable, and she made us all feel very welcome and all warm when she came in and stepped in and started teaching us right away where our old teacher left off, and it was just the best experience. When you feel like quitting, don't do it, because there are people out there that see something that you don't see in yourself. Like for me, I had no idea I was being observed this whole time. I didn't even know that I was going to be nominated for a beacon, and I didn't know really much what it was. But always work like nobody's watching. Like you don't know that they're watching you, but like they're watching you, always watching. So like do your best in everything you do. Just do it full heart, and just try everything, and just don't give up. Miss Lawrence, whatever you saw in me, I'll make sure it wasn't in vain, and you'll see the man I will become. Thank you.
Miss Cannon told me to come in here.
Okay. Well, you're not in trouble.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have some good news to share with you.
Okay.
So, because you know I've known you
Uh-huh.
for, well, really I've known you since you were in middle school. You just probably didn't remember me, but I picked you as my beacon this year.
Oh my God.
Okay, you're here because I chose you as my beacon student.
I'm so glad I did not wear mascara.
So you're here because I chose you as my beacon this year.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know what I was expecting, but that wasn't it.
I chose you as my beacon.
So guess what? This year I chose you as my beacon.
Did you really?
I did.
Don't cry.
Don't cry.
I would like for you to be my beacon.
I would be honored to.
Awesome.
Every year, the school does this thing where it's like beacon.
And I picked you. It's not because of what has recently happened that you did for me. I picked it a few months ago. I just finally got to tell you. But you are like amazing. I can't even describe how amazing of a person. You are truly one of a kind. Like you are a unique, precious gem in this big world. Like there's only one of you.
I am speechless right now.
Yes, like you inspire so many people. You inspire me every day. No matter what is going on, you always have a smile on your face. You are always in a good mood. Even when things are not going your way, you always find something to be positive about. And so even at my age, you've taught me more than I could have ever imagined from a student. So I just want to tell you how much I love you and how honored I am to be your teacher and to be part of your life. And I can't wait to see all the amazing things you do, but I just wanted you to know how much I care for you.
Thank you.
I just need to tell you how much I appreciate you and your leadership and just your encouragement, and you are truly a light to everybody that is around you. And I'm gonna cry.
I love you, Miss Dugan.
So yeah, I appreciate everything that you've been, and I appreciate who you are. You are genuine. You're definitely a giver. You're driven. You're smart. You're creative. You're just a whole package. So.
No, you've just been an awesome student this year. I mean, like doing all your stuff to begin with, yeah, that's great and everything.
Yeah.
But also just like when I'm helping other people, I've looked over and I've seen you just being like a really big help in the class. And just like as far as like teachers go this year, I can just say that like we've been like stressed out of our minds, and just having like students like you this year has been like a complete blessing. And so you've basically exemplified everything I've been looking for in a beacon this year. So just want to say thank you, and yes, congratulations.
For all of the hard work that you do.
Thank you, miss.
In class, out of class, and your goals. And when I came here for the first time in January, you were the first student that said, "How are you? How are you doing?" And you knew I wasn't doing well.
No, yeah. I mean,
you welcomed me, and I just love that about you.
thank you for picking me. You know,
You're
this is secretly one of the things I always wanted to win. You know, when I saw it like first my freshman year, I was like a Beacon Awards. I was like, oh, dude, I want to win that. But you know, never got picked. But you know, I mean, I guess it came true.
Yeah.
Thank you, miss.
You deserve
Yeah.
it.
Thank you.
And much more.
Wow, since I've met you, you've shown, if you cry, I'm gonna cry, don't do that. You've shown so much growth, like just as a person. You have become a leader this year. Every time I see you with a beautiful smile. And this is what I think. I see a lot of me and you, but me at this age. And I wish I was you when I was your age. Oh my, you gotta make me cry. And I love you so much. I really do. I think you're the sweetest person. So you're my beacon this year.
Thank you. I don't know if you've heard of this concept, but at this school we do something. I'm gonna cry. You know me well. We do something called Beacon Awards. Wow. So Beacon Awards is basically, we think about a student who kind of represents our why, and who, I'm sorry, who just makes us want to be here every day. And so when I was thinking about who to pick, you were immediately one that came to mind. And it's for a lot of reasons. you are the ideal student. You know about how you have just been a saving grace with the certifications. I've seen you just like grow so much through that process, even though it's kind of been asked a lot of you that you guide other students, and really that's primarily my job, but having you there has just been such a wonderful thing for me. I'm just really proud of you for all that you've accomplished, and I've just enjoyed having you from the day I met you.
And mainly because I'm not gonna cry.
Okay. Me neither.
No. But I started here halfway through your freshman year. And I was like super scared because I was like, I'm a big girl teaching now. And like, you were just always so sweet. I'm not gonna do that. You were just always so sweet and helped me kind of figure out how to be a teacher. And ever since then, you always still checked in on me and made sure that I was okay. And we just created this bond.
Good evening. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay. For those of you that may not know me, my name is Karen Curtis, and I am the culinary arts teacher here at Royse City High School. This is my second year, and I have been honored twice now to be able to get up here and speak in front of you tonight. Some of you that were here last year may remember my speech about the program and how I chose my beacon last year and all the challenges that we had. And I can officially tell you that this is probably one of the more difficult decisions ever, choosing a beacon this year. Last year was easy, I didn't know anybody. This year I had a whole year to get to know my kids and choose one, which is almost impossible, but we did it. I am so blessed to have 3 classes of students that are amazing. I teach advanced and practicum classes, so they are all 2 periods, so they are stuck with me for not just 1 class, but for 2. And I have some really amazing students in my class. We are very busy. We have lots of catering jobs. We have lots of extra things that we do with the food truck. I didn't do it, I swear. All kinds of things. However, with all of those amazing students that step up every time I have asked, I had to figure out how to choose just one. This student that I chose is always there whenever I need help. They are an excellent representation of what it means to be a Royse City High School Bulldog and to be a culinary arts student. This student is always there when we need them. They have excellent work ethic, even if it means that they have to reschedule their work outside of school or ask to get those nights off. This student is also really, really good at reading my mind. And they're also really good at just figuring it out. This student is also a leader in our classroom and in our kitchen. A lot of people think that we spend all day in the kitchen and we don't. But in both places where I need leaders, she has definitely stepped up for that. She's also recognized as a leader among her classmates. They know that if she's in the kitchen, they can ask her and she probably has an answer, or she will figure out an answer for them. Refer back to the reading my mind comment. She's also really good at making me laugh and roll my eyes. I think that's why I became a high school teacher, because I'm really good at that part. I have loved every second of this student being in my class, and I was also fortunate enough to have her on our Pro Start competition team, so I got some extra time with her outside of class, which was even more fun. This year, for my beacon, I chose Madeline Logan. She is my life. I told you I was going to do this. We had a cry. I'm making myself cry apparently. She's an amazing young woman who is a leader inside and outside of the classroom and is the reason that I am excited to come to school every day.
I'm honored to be here tonight and to have you in my class. And I am so excited for you, and I am so happy that you are here. Thank you.
When I first saw your name on my schedule last year, I had no idea how important you would end up being to me. I only knew you over Google Meets for 7 months because I couldn't come to school, so I really had no idea what to expect, and we all know that you can't learn much through a computer anymore. I finally stepped into your class after our Snowmageddon, and I was greeted with one of the most welcoming, comforting smiles I've ever seen. From then on, culinary became my favorite class, and that was all thanks to you. And just the other day, when we were making yet another batch of cookie dough, I realized that there's no other class I would spend this many hours helping with anything, especially making 3,700 cookies. And that's the truth. You've created such a comfortable, safe space that I never want to leave. I love every second that I'm in culinary. I love helping out every day, even if it's dishes. Dishes, dishes, dishes. When I first heard about these Beacon Awards and what kind of qualities these recipients possess, I was so surprised to be picked this year. I never saw myself as a shining light or a joy in my teacher's life, but Ms. Purvis showed me that I am to her, and that means the world to me. And Ms. Purvis, I want you to know that you're my beacon as well. Even on our hard days in culinary, you always shine through and keep me going. Thank you for everything you do, and I can't wait to see what this next year has in store for us.
Good afternoon. My name is Lizzie Watson, and I have the privilege of teaching the future educators. 3 years ago, I was nervous and scared as I started a new adventure as a teacher here at Royse City High School. One class helped me to become a better teacher and mentor, and that class was human growth and development. One student in that class, a sophomore at the time, decided that her and her friends would turn that class into something special, and they sure did. That one student was Gracelyn Olson, a great, quiet sophomore, stepping out and helping start Taffy. We had no idea what we were doing, but we navigated that first Taffy event together. Then came COVID, and that changed our class, but not the closeness we had. I've listened to her excitements and struggles with school as she listened to my Abby stories. We've had many laughs and tears over the last 3 years. Gracelyn, now you are on your way to Texas Tech and the next adventure. Know I am so proud of the woman you have become and know that you will go places in this crazy world. May God bless you and never let you forget your Taffy family. And I'm not ready to let you go, but I have to.
When I met Ms. Watson, I was a shy, persistent individual who was avid about being every teacher's pet. Instead of the eye rolls and the sit-back downs, Watson held open arms to my ambition, and our connection was instantaneous. Through my high school career, Ms. Watson has held my hand through each and every hardship I've endured. She's my right-hand man, my biggest hype girl, my encourager, and someone I find great admiration and inspiration from. I cherish every memory with her and the opportunities she's provided for me in my education. To me, being a beacon is an honor. It highlights the special connection educators get to make with their students. To be chosen for a beacon for me shows that not only has Watson been has made that I have made an impact on hers, and to have that connection validated with his award is extremely rewarding. Ms. Watson, I thank God every day for you and your American Girl doll obsession, your endless Amazon hauls, and your nonstop stories about Abby. I thank you for the tears and laughter we shared, and for letting me come to you for any and everything. I love you with all of my heart, and I don't know where I'd be without you.
Camila Achua, Ariel Acosta, Felipe Acosta, Gael Aguilar, Natalie Alfahel, Haley Alanese, Brianna Aldana, Shelby Aldridge, Gavin Alexander, Joanna Alfaro, Madeline Anderson, Abby Arnwine, Jesus Arriaga Mendoza, India Banks Bray, Grant Barham, Jay Sibel, Tyler Bentley, Keyshawn Betts, Shelby Bowling, Harper Branch, J.C. Brown, Reagan Buchanan, Jennifer Cardiel, Samantha Carty, Brighton Chapman, Kevin Chavez, Chaz Cole, Kelsey Contreras, Dakota Kreitz, Carson Cross, Brianna Quarenta, Mia DeBroy, Kylie Lynn Dahlman, Tyler Dean Vasquez, Mia Delgado, Brianna Dickerson, Ethan Dingman, Eli Eccles, Bo Edwards, Michaela Edwards, Joshua Emisel, Jacob Flanagan, Bryson Fleck, Abigail Foreman, Chloe Forsyth, Luis Garza, Mackenzie Geddes, Amelia Gear, Addison Geiswhite, Gracie Gilliland, Elizabeth Glencoe, Gina Gonzalez, Alexa Grant, Jason Gray, Jaden Guajardo, Fatima Guevara Amaya, Kaylin Hall, Trevor Hamilton, Reese Harris, Tiffany Harris, Evelyn Haupt, Harrison Hayes, Jace Hilbert, Jennifer Hernandez, Michael Hernandez, Trinity Hernandez, Jenna Hill, Colin Holt, Luke Huffman, Angelica Huggins, Gabriel Huggins, Dalton Huey, Daniel Hurtado, Maggie Hutka, Quincy Ahirandame, Madison Jacobs, Cameron Jones, Trinity Julian, Coda Kaiser, Dylan Kelsey, Casey Kirkendall, Rebecca Lamb, Lucas Laster, Mark Lefebvre, Michael Lemus, Mason Linnemond, Madeline Logan, Hector Lopez, Isaac Lopez, Olivia Lucashe, Jocelyn Lapercio, Tima Mao, Tabitha Martin, Fiona McBride, Preston McDonald, Joshua Mings, Matthew Montgomery, Emma Moore, Nevaeh Morris, John Morrison, Shams Musa, Eva Navarro, Adeline Ninzu, Rogelio Navarez, Star Nuaningsingsi, Jace Oliver, Gracelyn Olson, Anthony Onyema, Anthony Oronde, Dustin Owen, Raquel Padilla, Riley Petroff, Eamon Petty Dozier, Emily Phillips, Yahir Ponce, Daniel Quinones, Kimberly Quintero, Syed Raza, Antonia Redfern, Connor Reynolds, Rachel Richardson, Ashlyn Roberts, Gabriela Robles, Alexi Rodriguez, Isaac Rodriguez, Lori Roper, Laylee Rose, Carson Salters, Justin Scott, Gavin Schultz, Jacob Slagle, Cassidy Snyder, Rosalind Soto, Zane Sparts, Ronald Stamey, Trenton Staten, Phoebe States, Alyssa Stevens, Matthew Stiles, Elena Suazo, Ella Sutton, Zoe Tagle, Emily Teal, Audrey Thomason, Keaton Tolbert, Caden Toombs, Gustavo Valero Lugo, Wyatt Voth, Elijah Watson, Georgia Watson, Corin Way, Nicholas Weaver, Lillian Weber, Jersey Wisnant, Alexis White Bear Lloyd, Summer Wilderson, Ann Williams, Sarai Williams, Natalie Wolfe, Benjamin Woodruff, Emily Zeese.
Congratulations, students. So staff and students, please stand. Staff members, please take your certificates out of the envelopes and present them to your beacon.